You know, this begins on page 89 where it says, I'll tell you, they come in too because they saying Birdman wanted to sign Bloody J. So it begins with...
That's line 3.
Yes,
page 89.
So it begins with they saying. At some point, he's talking about, continues to talk about business relationships of who he calls Thug and Birdman. And then he's asked about gang membership and rankings of different individuals in the gang, including Shannon, Mr. Kendrick, and Jeffrey.
And what part of the transcript, just for purpose of record, is it?
Yes, Sean. We're going to start page 90, line 1, and it'll be approximately around 10:38:20.
But Jay, because they was been telling other people about Thug, I mean, being gay. That's what this was about. Them two not that cool because Thug said they talk about it. You get it? But see, these, all these, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, now, new, all this new. I mean, so, Thug had Birdman, like, you know what I'm saying, this and that. You know what I'm saying? That's why. And then they got to it. What's Thug that ranking? They saying Thug ain't blood. They saying, they say he going to answer the phone for him. See, he's just saying he a blood. Then he went on the phone for folks. Yeah. Top dudes. Yeah. What ranking is he claiming? Or claiming to be? Last time I heard, like, Shannon's supposed to be G-Shine, and Jet's supposed to be some other blood shit, some Firearm type shit. I don't know. You said Bounty? Yeah, I ain't sure what Jet. So probably some shit. And they was in there arguing about everybody being this shit, and they like, look, and yeah, about 6 months Rolex and whatever, however you said. You hear me? And like, ain't nobody getting in bed. So what is, once again, what rank did you hear, or what rank is Thug claiming to be? The last time I heard he was sustained, it was like, he was over all the people there. What is the name of the sustained? I don't know how they, like, they got different stuff for different blood games. Okay, he's supposed to be slime, SMM, whatever. Yeah. So what's the stain for that game? Because I know, you know, they got, you not listening to me, they got different stains. I mean, I don't know how much stain he got. I mean, they don't be like 5 more. Don't say shit like that. They be talking about M shit, so I don't know what they mean. So M something. Yeah, M5 or something like that. I don't know what they mean. So that was it was M5. And to the best part player got convicted or what happened. Now when he got locked up, they said he's supposed to testify. So they took his name. Yeah, and they made him do it. So he gets signed or it's a YSL, whatever, how you gonna put it.
We stopped at 10:40:39.
Okay.
Your Honor, again, first level, impeachment by contradiction. He says that everything, he made it all up. So I start there. Then secondly, when he's talking about who is a part of what set or what gang, Mr. Copeland hangs around or is around all of these people all the time. But
we don't know who. I mean, it's they.
Right, but I think that is just the way in which he speaks. I mean, he's around Mr. Kendrick. We've seen pictures of him with Mr. Kendrick. He's around Mr. Williams. We've seen pictures of him around them. So he has an understanding of what they call themselves.
This refers to his personal knowledge. The court is of the opinion I have to take a look at the most plain reading of the transcript and listening to the audio, and I'm inclined to agree with the defendants that we don't know who they is, and for that reason, I'm gonna exclude that particular part of the that to be played.
When you shot at Taylor, yeah. This why they get a chance to get out the gun, that you ain't give me the gun, baby. You know?
And I'm gonna go back, Your Honor.
But the gun that I had shot at them with, that was Shannon gun. When you shot at Taylor? Yeah. That's why they get a chance to get out the gun, that you ain't give me the gun, baby. You know? When the police came to the house, Shannon right there. You didn't come. Shannon right there. What was the gun? The gun right there. You know what I mean?
The gun was right with it?
The gun just like, I never took the gun over. I was so scared, and I just like, I'm just defending it.
Right. So, where was the gun when the police got there?
The gun was like, I had put it in the house. You know what I mean? So when the officer asked what the gun was, I'm like, shit, I can give it to you. Like, give it to me. The Shannon went in there and got the gun and left with it. I mean, so that's why I was like, give me another thing. That's why
What
when I
kind
got
of
out of
gun?
jail, huh?
What kind of gun was it?
A Glock.
A Glock, what, 49?
It was on 40. About this long.
And that's why you had to, when they got the magazine.
The clip.
Yeah, the clip.
I mean, so it was Shannon's gun, but when the police asked for it, he didn't want to give it back.
Right.
I ain't gonna give it to him, but I just need to keep it. I was gonna give it back though, because I didn't want to go to jail for it.
Right.
I mean, so when Shannon went there and got the gun, that's why I told her I wanted to tell her, like, let me talk to you, when I talk to you, and you like, get you that gun. But when I tried to get the gun, changed it, he wouldn't give it to him, then he went on the show with Thor, he left.
But that's not initially what you said. You said that
Walk down the street.
K or D or somebody you wanted to purchase the gun for.
No, he getting wrong.
Okay, well,
You saying it's not the Glock.
from the night of the shoot. They want to shot at your girl Morgan.
Yeah.
Right.
Shannon left with the gun.
Okay, well, this is the first you telling us about that. I'm just going
Nah, I told you, I just like somebody that can't got the gun.
Right.
You get it? But Shannon who got the gun. He still got the gun though.
What do y'all use to get all these guns?
We're stopping at 11:18:20.
All right, Mr. Sharp, sir.
So a couple things that I object to with this. Obviously, it's character evidence about my client owning and possessing a gun based on my client's status as a convicted felon at that time. That would be an illegal act. We have not been given any 404B notice about this previously. So that's my first objection. It's not charged conduct either.
Not forgetting that the prosecution that's currently going on is not relegated only to the murder of Donovan Thomas. We are in a RICO conspiracy. And so the sole fact that Mr. Copeland, in the midst of a retaliatory shooting in which the opposition gang believes that he killed one of their gang members, uses a gun that was given to him by Shannon Stillwell, is one, inextricably intertwined into this case. And although it's inextricably intertwined, and although it incidentally places his character although it places Mr. Stillwell's character at issue, it is inextricably intertwined into the overarching story and conspiracy that we are attempting to prove in this case, Your Honor. A reason why he was unable to turn in that gun.
We haven't even crossed Mr. Copeland, so I don't know. I haven't called Mr. Copeland.
Mr. Steele's argument all last week is the reason why some other rumors are going to come in is because they want to show that Mr. Copeland lies in this interview.
A couple things I disagree with. First of all, this is not intrinsic. The state can say, oh, well, this is a RICO conspiracy. We are dealing with the January 10, 2015 Donovan Thomas homicide, and that's allegedly what all this is related to, according to the state. But even if we took an expansive view, this indictment alleges, I should know the number, near 200 different overt acts. 191, okay? This February 20th shootout outside Kenneth Copeland's house is not one of the alleged acts.
They was talking about damn Wayne Buzz. I know OG Bentley shot the boy in the head over there.
No, you didn't.
Who shot? DK?
Nah, this ain't no.
No, you. There's two people that have to call with sticks.
Yeah, no, DK.
And why did Nard shoot him?
I don't know. This is short detail. You know what I mean? They just like, no, I went out, then I went down for a question on the murder. I'm like, what murder? I think I killed that gas station in Lakewood. I mean, it's like that. So.
But how do you know Nard did it? How do you know Nard did it?
Says you been in trouble. They talk about it. You know what I mean? Like I tell you. Yes, what it was.
And we're stopping at 12:11:34.
I was just going to point out that in this, we've heard testimony about that incident. Mr. Copeland, no one said he was there. He obviously wasn't there. He says his source of information when he was talking to the police was D. I take that to mean there's two D's. I take that to mean Lil D, meaning Demekion Garlington.
But we don't know.
We don't know for certain. It could also be Quindarius Zachary or another D. But if it's any of those people, none of the people that were there are known as Lil D.
Let me say this. Let's get to context. This interview is in June of 2015. The police don't know the full details of the Dexter Montgomery shooting till about July of 2015 and August of 2015. And that is, if you can recall, Your Honor, that is when Walter Murphy was interviewed, both in July and August of 2015. So in June, they don't know the full details of what occurred.
Your Honor, the fact remains it's still hearsay. And nothing that the state said is a hearsay exception. I have no indication that Mr. Copeland knows or has ever been around the game, who I believe his government name is Jason Taylor, or Mr. Nipsey Hussle, who's now deceased. But it's certainly a story that he tells that I think there's internet rumors and speculation and everything else, but there's no indication that this is based on personal knowledge, anything more than me Googling street rumors and then saying this is what happened.
And we're going to start a little earlier at 12:16:59, but the relevant portions will begin at 12:17:08.
All right, thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Nobody else care about nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Don't take shit from nobody.
Well, how did the beef with Game in there?
The game league is shut up. It's over. We told Shannon to do it. Shannon told me his mother was up there winning.
Just give me the word.
Yep. And told him no. Say something on the GD. I can't Nipsey. Nipsey Hearsay, something like that. He ain't they beef. You know what I'm saying? He stopped. You know what I mean? I ain't here to play. You know what I mean? I just don't want to go to jail.
And we stopped it at 12:17:35. So Detective Dennis asks, well, how is the beef with Game and them? And Copeland says, well, the Game was fixing to get shot up if Thug would have told Shannon to do it. Shannon told me out of his own mouth he was up there waiting. Just give me the word. Yep, and Thug told him no. Said talking to him, GD, I can't really say like Nipsey Hussle or some shit like that. He ended their beef. You feel what I'm saying? He stopped it. You know what I mean? I ain't here to play. And Your Honor, if you can recall, we already have in evidence the video of Mr. Stillwell in the car threatening the Game that has already been introduced. So this is further corroboration of that video that has already been entered into evidence. And Copeland saying that Shannon was ready to act on behalf of the gang for Mr. Williams, if Mr. Williams would have gave him the go-ahead, but Mr. Williams told him not to do it.
He didn't know that.
Well, how did the beef with Game in there?
The game league is shut up. It's over. We told Shannon to do it. Shannon told me his mother was up there winning.
Just give me the word.
Yep. And told him no. Say something on the GD. I can't Nipsey Hearsay, something like that. He ain't they beef. You know what I'm saying? He stopped. You know what I mean? I ain't here to play. You know what I mean?
And we concluded the playing again at 12:17:34.
All right, Mr. Sharp.
I don't hear exactly what Miss Hilton hears. I can't say I hear something different. I can't make out where she's saying that Shannon or that Kenneth said, told me out of his mouth. But it's hearsay unless we can identify the source of his knowledge and it falls under a hearsay exception. I don't believe that this statement does that. I believe that he's speculating based on what he's heard from, as I said, from the internet or rumors or street rumors. This alleged incident involving the game is not charged as an overt act, there's no police reports in the discovery, to my knowledge, is just this video with nothing else. So there's really no, I know that the state wants to take a very expansive view of what a RICO prosecution is, but again, they named 191 overt acts. Nothing involving the gang was named in the indictment, and there's no police reports regarding threats to the game or anything else. There's just this one video that's pulled off of some website somewhere and thrown into discovery, and I don't believe that it's intrinsic to anything, and I don't believe it's relevant. Now, obviously, Your Honor has disagreed with me, and Your Honor let in over my objection the video, but just because that has occurred doesn't mean that I agree that other conversation and hearsay conversation by Mr. Copeland should be bootstrapped into this trial just because we've admitted one video over my objection.
Yes, sir. Okay. Ms. Hilton?
Your Honor, again, this is corroboration of the overall conspiracy of the gang. Your Honor, I think that sometimes maybe we stream away from, there's still an overarching conspiracy of the gang itself and the activities that the gang does. And so the court, even over objection, admitted evidence of Mr. Stillwell threatening the gang on video. Here, Mr. Copeland, and this says, and we can play it again for the court, Shannon told me out of his mouth. So that is
What line is that?
This would be line 20 on 222, but where it says indiscernible, if you actually listen to what he says, and I'll play it again.
Play that portion, just that portion
Yes.
again. Hold on.
I went too far. I'm going to start it at 12:17:06. Oh, sorry. Oh,
I care about nobody. You know what I'm saying? Don't take shit from nobody.
Well, how did the beef with Game in here?
The game nigga did shut up his door with told Shannon do it. Shannon told me his mouth he was up there winning.
Just give me the word.
Yep.
and I can play it again.
The game nigga did shut up his door with told Shannon do it. The game nigga did shut up his door with told Shannon do it. Shannon told me his mouth he was up there winning.
He said Shan told me out of his mouth he was up there waiting. Prior to that, he says the game was 50 and shot up, and if Thug would have told Shannon to do it.
Christian. Chris. listen to your. I'm gonna see if I can hear it from Miss Weaver's vantage point, and I'll invite anybody else to listen to it as well. So you just hear. Huh? Yeah. I'm gonna listen to it first, Mr. Adams, and let me just see whether or not I can hear it. If I can't hear it, it's no sense in you listening to it. All right, you can play it now.
Well, how did the beef with Game in it?
The game league is shout out to Dope with told Shan do it. Shan told my Jamali was that win.
Just give me the word.
Yep. And Doug told him no. Say turn on.
Keep on going. Huh? You want to keep going?
No, Mr. Adams, you want to listen to it?
You hear better?
Yeah.
You know that.
Well, how did the beef with Game in it?
The game league is shout out to Dope with told Shan do it. Shan told my Jamali was that win.
Just give me the word.
Yep. And Doug told him no. Say turn on the GD. I can't Nipsey Hearsay, something like that. He can't be. You know what I'm saying? He stopped.
I'll be honest with you. I don't, Miss Hilton. I do not hear out of his mouth anywhere. But I have to be honest and say I don't hear. I get beat. I like Mr. Adams. I get little bits and pieces of Shannon, and then waiting for him. I don't get like that, the rest of that sentence that fills in. I can't hear it, or at least not now. Okay. All right. Thanks for y'all indulging and letting me hear it a bunch of times.
Well, another day of YSL Woody's interrogation videos. Another day of a lot of shit that we didn't even know. I mean, this nigga right here is just like an encyclopedia of what the fuck is going on with YSL and all this other shit, because he just giving so much info to these detectives in this interrogation footage. It's fucking incredible. So who would have guessed that Birdman was trying to sign Bloody J? I never knew that. I knew who Bloody J was back then for sure. I never knew that Birdman was, interested in signing him. I'm kind of surprised. No disrespect to Bloody J or his music, but his music wasn't really all that to me. You know what I'm saying? He was who he say he is, I'm assuming, since that's why everybody, all the other real right bloods fuck with him and shit. But yeah, man, there's always some shit about money. What reason would he have to lie about that though? Let's just be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, this footage, bro, just, I don't know, his demeanor in this footage, he sounds very believable, bro. And I know a lot of people out there saying that he ain't credible and his shit ain't gonna stand up in court, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, if he's getting exposed for lying on the stand and they play this shit and he's saying the total opposite and even more of everything, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? The jury still has a choice to make. They can either say, yeah, we gonna listen to this nigga, or we not, you know what I'm saying? I just don't think that it's a good thing that they even being allowed to play any of this footage, you know what I'm saying? But it would have been the same thing if Woody would have got up there and corroborated all this shit. You feel me? So it's not like it would have been a total, it would have been the same thing. They get to see it firsthand, the jury, when I say they. But yeah, the Nip shit is crazy. The Game shit is crazy. I do remember Young Thug and the Game having beef. I remember that. I remember the Game having beef with Lil Durk. The Game, the Game gonna beef with niggas. And niggas was posting each other daughters and all this weird shit. I do remember, you know what I'm saying? But I never got any real insight on it, you know what I'm saying? And now we get to hear something, whether you believe Woody or not. I mean, if you pay attention to hip hop for the past 10 years, you remember them beefing. Like, you know what I'm saying? 10 or 12 years, you remember them beefing. Cause the thing that struck me crazy about it, I was like, damn, when it first happened, I was like, damn, both of these niggas bloods, you would think they would, you know, get along. That was kind of like, from my point of view, that was some of the first time I seen, like, you know, gang banging rappers or whatever beefing with the same set. You done heard about the same sets beefing in the street, same gangs, Crip on Crip, blah, blah, blah. But when I heard it was Young Thug in the Game back in the day, I was like, what the fuck? And it just magically went away. Thanks to Nip, R.I.P. Nip. That sounds about right. That's right on Nip brand. Making sure shit is squashed. And, you know, I'm not saying he's just a peacemaker, but he has a clear mind. Nip always, you can tell he had a clear mind. Clearer heads prevail, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, and Thug, you crazy as fuck too if you was really thinking that you was gonna shoot the game or send Shannon or whoever the fuck to shoot the game and then, like, get away with it. Like, nigga, you shoot and kill that man, even if you just get shot, bro. Well, I don't know if you get shot. Maybe if you shoot and kill that motherfucker. No, well, I don't call him motherfucker, but if you shoot and kill the game, then yeah, it'd have been big problems. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I find it just interesting, like, that he even mentioned the game and Nipsey. And then he said Nipsey was a GD. Like, that kind of threw me, but maybe he didn't know. He from Atlanta. He don't know. You know the GDs and the Crips, they had the 8-ball thing. I don't know if they still do it. I heard doesn't exist no more. But I remember in Atlanta when I was living down there, the Crips and the GDs was tight. They was locking. They was doing the 8-ball lock thing and all that. I had homies from both sides. You know what I'm saying? So he could easily mistake him as a GD. I don't know. It's kind of hard to mistake Nip as a GD, but maybe he was down there with the GDs. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And we do know that Young Thug and Nipsey had a relationship. They got several songs together. They in interviews speaking on each other highly, so it's not too far-fetched. But man, this boy YSL Woody is really going to work, man. Well, he went to work, I should say. They definitely gonna try to impeach this nigga, get him locked up. I don't know, bro. Y'all think any of this footage really stands a chance, man? Because I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know. I'm just spectating just like the rest of us, man. Y'all let me know in the comments. What do y'all think, man? Does this help or hurt? Let me know. Like, comment, share, notification bell. I'm gone. Yeah.